Hello, hello. Um, I don't know. I don't really expect to see many people since I don't really go live during this time. But again, I am traveling and I gotta work around a schedule that I already have. Um, and yeah, I wanted to do this since usually I do weekly collective energy readings. Every single week on Monday. And this one is a little bit late, but if you are watching, obviously, like the replay, um, I wanted to, you know, still give you guys what you can expect this coming week. And I do see a pattern of there's been a lot of like I want to say heavy and chaotic kind of energies, but not in a bad way. I just feel like there's been a lot of things happening, and this could be like you're working on a project, and maybe it's a new project that you've never done before, and it's just taking a lot of energy, right? And so when we're in this like place of when we're really trying to pour ourselves into something new, into something that we're creating and we have faith, but like, it's new to us, it can be a little bit like draining, it can be heavy because it's like you don't even know the outcome, right? So yeah, there's going to be a little bit more priority on like resting after such a hard, heavy week. And also, that heaviness could be from like letting go, grieving, alchemizing old energies that were coming up for you last week or the last couple of weeks. Again, this has been like 2025 has been dense. And like, let me know if you guys agree because I know it's not just me that's been going through this density. It's been a lot of people that have been going through this density, this uncertainty, this upheaval, this chaos, this changes. And all this change is like, oh my gosh, where is this leading to? Right? There's a lot of trust in like, when we're going through major changes in our lives. And so I get it. It's been a lot. Like it's been a lot. So again, like if you need a rest. Let yourself come back to center, prioritize that rest. It doesn't mean like if you're working on a project, just stop working on a project. Just prioritize more rest. What is going to make you feel good? Because again, when we feel good in whatever we're creating or whatever we're building, like that energy speeds up the momentum. We just have to be okay with rest, allow rest in, because again, that just rejuvenates us, which we pour that same energy into what we're creating. Um, so this week, with you prioritizing rest, if you guys do it right and you guys listen to your soul and your body and you go out to nature, you meditate, you do a lot of self-care and self-love practices, like again, whatever feels good. It could be like taking more baths, right? With how you prioritize rest, obviously that's going to make you feel like a renewal, like a rebirth, rising from the ashes and just coming back into more balance, right? It's really important after such like a heavy time or heavy week that we take care of this. We take care of our needs so that we can continue pouring into our creations. For some of you, you're merging with the divine masculine and feminine energies within and bringing it back to balance. There's been a common theme of this. I feel like I mentioned it. I don't know if it was like in the October monthly prediction or last week, but like I said, there's just been so many common themes, and I can't help but feel that a lot of us are going through this. And yes, some people, are working on different aspects on this, and some others are, working on different aspects, but then it like kind of switches, right? So it's really interesting. Such an interesting time, honestly. Um, feel like for a lot of us, we're gonna look back and be like, oh, 2025. What was that? What was that that led to your greatest change though? Um, So, yeah, balancing the divine masculine feminine energies, which is beautiful and so, so needed. So, if you're in the midst of that, amazing, amazing. It's so important to balance out the feminine and masculine energies within us. That restores balance within us. And now, when that restores balance within us, it can restore balance on the outside. Um, Yeah, there's this energy. So there's a lot of surrender. There's a lot of surrender this week. So there's this energy of letting go and surrendering, not gripping so hard, and just being tired. Like obviously, if it's been like dense and heavy and you've been doing a lot, like you're tired. Um and so a lot of you, it's really interesting. I did touch upon this. It must have been in the October one, because this is very familiar now. When we get this tired of like constantly trying, constantly doing, constantly pouring our energy into something, and we're like, okay, I keep going, I keep trying, I keep, trying to see things. Um and you get that tired, there is this like natural tendency to surrender and just be like, you know what? I'm letting the divine in and orchestrate things. And usually, when we do that, when we can just put our hands in the air and surrender and allow the divine in to orchestrate whatever needs to, it's literally just being like, you know what, I don't care. If this works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I tried, I poured my energy, whatever, right? Like you're just at that point with whatever it is. That's when the divine's like, "Ooh, we got you. We got you." Not that it's like trying to scheme, but it's like part of the change, part of the manifestation is the surrender of like, whatever, it happens, great. It doesn't happen, whatever, I don't care. I don't care anymore. And the divine's like, beautiful, now we can come in and weave our magic. So there is an energy of that, of like, now it's like the wheel of change can actually start to happen. Will it happen immediately? For some, yes, and for some, no. It really just depends on the events that need to unfold for this change to come into your life, right? And sometimes that depends, most of the time, it does depend on other people that either need to do X, Y, and Z, and they need to be inspired to do that and led by the divine to do that in order for this thing or whatever to come into you, right? um there's also this energy of good luck and abundant opportunities. So again, for some of you, like, yeah, this is tied into like um the divine coming in, because it's like the thing that you've been working on, like the job that you have been applying to, the project that you have been working on, whatever it is. When you surrender and you let go, it's like that good luck energy from the divine can come in and bless you with opportunities. And so you could be seeing like potential um, collaborations or some kind of career opportunity come in because of that, because of the surrender, because of the let going, right? For some of you, you could be traveling this week actually. And this could be to your relocation or just like an unexpected slash planned travel. And it feels like with this travel, you're going to see, again, opportunities and more doors opening for you. So it does feel like, a good thing. And sometimes that literally could be part of the rest that you need. It's like you've been working on stuff for so long and you're like, "You know what? I'm just going to book a trip here and go here." Or, a trip comes in for you from someone else and you go there and that is going to be your reset and the chance for you to rest and recalibrate your system so that you can receive. Um and that could also just lead to like literally you facing many options and choices and opportunities. Um and also there's like this change you may have been feeling for a while intuitively that is finally coming in. And I know for a lot of us, it's like we have been feeling this amazing opportunity or something like that come in. It's like, okay, where is it? But let me make it clear that you got to the point of surrender as well. You got to the point of surrender where you're like, I'm done looking for it. If it comes, great. If it does, whatever, right? And that's when it can come in. And sometimes that will lead to so many options, choices, and opportunities. So, again, just make sure that you are discerning. Make sure that whatever comes in for you when you have that many choices and options to choose from, use your discernment, use your intuition, be like, does this align? Does that align? And choose the thing that literally feels like an expansion in your body. So, yeah, there's only a few more things. So for those of you, yeah, there's so much surrender this week. Oh my gosh. It's literally like all about surrender. It's just like it's surrender to so many things, not just one. It's a lot of things. That's how tired I guess majority of you are. But yeah, for those of you that have been stuck in your head with worries, doubts, you're also just surrendering that this week. You're just like, I'm done. I'm done being worried about this. I'm done being stressed about this. So far, I'm surviving. I'm hanging in there. Yes, it's not to my liking, and yes, I'm trying. I'm done. I'm done. I need to just enjoy, right? Um, yeah, there's just so much surrender where, like I said, it could be like you're meditating more, connecting with your heart more, and just taking care of yourself. And this point connects to what I said, like choices and opportunities coming in. So basically, news on the way, either physically or intuitively. So you could just be getting an email, a text, a call, some kind of news of like, hey, guess what? And you're like, of course it came in when I finally surrendered. But if it's not going to be physically, it's going to be intuitively because, again, if you're spending time in nature, if you are reconnecting with yourself, if you are meditating and you surrender into that, you become this open vessel in order to receive whatever download or inspiration that you need from the divine. So, yeah, it's news on the way, opportunities on the way, whether like physically or just intuitively, where you're like, okay, I got to do X, Y, and Z, right? Last thing, there's still love. Like there's still love in the air. So this could be like deepening of relationships or just being finally seen and supported by your community. Finally, just getting the recognition that you need. So, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's like a lot of surrender. So much surrender happening this week on all different levels. So, yeah, you might be just done putting like throwing your hands in the air and being like, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I've tried, I've done this, blah blah blah. I'm just going to rest and relax and receive because again, and I feel like I've made a video about this, but if not, I need to do this because we can only receive when we are in a restful state because that restful state opens us up and then we're able to receive whatever it is that we're, trying to receive. So rest is so important, so important. Um Yeah, so the numbers this week is 11, 2, and 3. So again, these could be confirmations for you. But ultimately, 11, it's the balance of energies, which I was mentioning, the masculine, feminine energies within you finally balancing. It's healing, intuition, divine timing, and alignment. And I also do take 11 as like a divine union number, which again, 2 showed up, which again is about balance and union. Number 3 showed up. And again, that also I do consider it like a divine union number. It's the Holy Trinity, balance as well, co-creation, and letting the divine in and orchestrate. So there's a lot of like orchestration with the divine happening this week. A lot of balance, rebalancing yourself, prioritizing rest, and union. Union. Like I said, deepening of relationships or just meeting someone or being seen by your community. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave it there because it is late and I wanted to do this. But yeah, I'm flying back home. So I feel like I'll do more of like a normal setting where I have the right lighting and everything next week. But yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope this has helped. And please prioritize yourselves. Please come back to yourself. Make sure that you rest and you rejuvenate and that you get into this energy of reception, of receiving. Because that's honestly needed. Like we can't just continue to do nonstop. Like we exhaust ourselves that way, right? Alrighty, guys, sending you so much love, and I'll see you next week.